The first question I kind of wanted to ask really is it nice to make a film that you can show to a different audience? Because this is totally different to Watchmen and 300 and things like that.
It's nice to make a film that we can take the kids to go see, because they were really vocal and they were like, when are we going to get to see any of these movies? And we really wanted to do something for them, but we also wanted to do something that we believed in. We weren't just going to make it for them. And when we saw some of the frames of the artwork in one of our colleagues' office at Warner Brothers, we were like, what is that? That's gorgeous. And we found out that it was Animalogic, who we worked with on 300. They did our first battle, all the visual effects, and it was the same art director that was our, worked with us there. So we said, well, can we read the books? And they gave us the books, and they gave us a script, and we realized it was also a really great story. And we were like, it would be cool to make an epic adventure for kids, because I think especially in the animated world, there's just not a lot of that available. A lot of it is very comedic. And to be able to do something that kids can enjoy, and also there's something for parents there too, that was something that, we really liked.
I saw filmmakers. I think a lot of them seem to be quite like perfectionists and stuff. So was it good for you and Zack that you could kind of control every frame and everything you could make perfect? Basically, was that kind of an appeal of doing it?
Something. It was actually downplayed when we actually came onto the project. They're like, you just check in on it every once in a while, and you can make other movies when you're doing it. And we were like, okay. And then what we realized is that's not the way we make movies, and that really. Zack lensed every shot. He worked on the composition of every single thing, and it became much more time-consuming than we ever imagined. I don't think we realized how much work goes into an animated film. And then when you see, like, the scope of it, at one point we had 600 artists working on the movie, and that's pretty incredible. So, listen, I think it was challenging. It was also challenging to do because we were shooting Watchmen and we were shooting Sucker Punch all at the same time. But we set up an editorial system and a video conferencing system in our basement, and we'd prep that movie, and then we'd come back and we'd work on Owls for the evening, and all the animators would be on the video conferencing system, and we just made it work.
This film's in 3D. I think Sucker Punch is as well. You're doing Superman next, so I'm wondering, are we going to see Superman flying in 3D, do you think?
Well, this film is in 3D, and it was conceived in 3D. Sucker Punch was supposed to be in 3D, but I think the process, when we started working on this movie and we saw what it takes to, to pull off the 3D and how much planning goes into every shot, we realized that to convert Sucker Punch, because it wasn't shot that way, would be a mistake. And we didn't think it would live up to our expectations. So we talked to the studio and we said, listen, the film is beautiful and very designed to begin with, and we don't want to ruin it. Too many films right now are jumping on the 3D bandwagon, and we can't be one of them. I think that 3D is only as good as the films that are good in 3D. And as for Superman, it's really just too early to tell.
How's your conversations been with Christopher Nolan? I guess it's kind of a family affair because you guys are married and then they're married and you're both teamed up, so...
Yeah, listen, we have such enormous respect for Chris and Emma and their work. We've been such fans, and we're just thrilled to be working with them.